Tough ball game. Guys are really disappointed going in the locker room. I haven't seen them like this. We played extremely hard. I thought we started out with had the game going the way we wanted to go. Wanted to establish Hogan on the inside and kind of play through him. Thought he was effective, and from there I thought that we had a stretch there where we started doing things too quickly, and they were able to close the half with a nice rhythm, and that kind of took us to the second half. And we got through the first half with not being hurt in foul trouble. I think Paris had two. I think Jalil had two, and once we got to the second half, I mean, it was just kind of both teams kind of punching. They extended the lead. I'm really proud of my guys that they were able to cut the lead, and we got Jalil going on the inside. Paris was attacking the basket. Got Anton on the short corner, pull up, and we had some things going, had a good flow. Offensive rebounding hurt us down the stretch. We had several possessions where we got stops and they got second opportunities. And then where you want to be down the stretch at the free throw line. We I haven't looked at the stats, but we missed a couple down the stretch, at the free throw line that could have helped us.
Right, that 12-0 run kind of got them a comfort zone. Just talk about what's going on there. And I think you missed 5 free throws in the final, 3 minutes.
Yeah, I know we missed a couple, and then I think Paris missed 2, Josh missed 2. I think Carlton missed a 1 and 1, and I still thought we were in striking distance. And then, give their defense credit, their defense and our poor execution during that stretch when they were able to extend the lead there.
Anton, offensively, what was some of the issues that you guys struggled through part of the second half?
Second half, it was more, honestly, shots wasn't falling. We wasn't making a smart play. Sometimes you rush things too quick. That's pretty much it on offense.
I thought Perry, that we had probably one of our better shooting second halves. I think we were 58%, the second half. So when we didn't turn it over, miss a free throw, we were converting at a high, at a high level, and against a good team, the margin is very narrow, and we'll probably look at it as some offensive rebounds that we gave up, and not converting some layups and free throws. I mean, you shoot 58% the second half, and they're an outstanding shooting team. I think they were around 45 or 46. You're kind of in position. The run that they were able to make with our poor offense was a key, and then our inability to close at the line down the stretch hurt us.
For both of you, you guys know what Kay is going to bring into the game offensively, so how do you feel about how you try to contain him, and what was the strategy to try to limit the damage? Because obviously you can't entirely shut him down probably.
Well, he's tough, with a good player like that, you don't want him to get the ball, you try to limit his touches. But with this ability, that's tough to do. So we really tried to concentrate in being in help, and I thought for the most part we did a good job. You said he gets 22 and 9, but we did a solid job, did a solid job on him, and we wanted other people to have to beat us. And when we got back in it and closed, other guys missed shots,
right.
And so it was to our liking, and that got it down to 1 or 2 possession game down the stretch.
It's kind of a pick your poison, because if you shut him down, other guys are going to get activated, so you kind of have to leverage what you're trying to do. And as you said, when you start getting some success and clamping down, it's kind of interesting to watch what he was doing out there trying to get open. And I just wanted to ask you, Anton, obviously you're watching that from the wing. What are you trying to do to limit that and try to direct things?
It's really just ball pressure. I feel like our point guards did do a good job on ball pressure tonight, as far as on Felder. It's more help side, like Coach said. We try to be in help side as much as we can. The main focus was going into this game was, you know, trying to limit his touches and make his shots difficult and try to make the other guys beat us. So for the most part, I feel like we kind of did it, but we come out with the result we expected.
Anton, the threes really were falling for you and especially everybody. I mean, I think 4 for 9 or 3 for 8. Was that something that you noticed when you got out there, that they were going after you, not letting you guys get looks from downtown, or what was going on with that?
It seemed like that with me every game, but as far as my teammates, you definitely seen it. They know we're a shooting team. That's one of our strengths as on the offensive end. So they was really trying to run us off the three-point line, try to make us make plays by driving. So I feel like we did a good job doing that the second half. First half, like Coach said, we kind of rushed things too quickly, but overall, I feel like our offense was pretty decent.
Ray, Ray?
Yeah.
Yeah, they've won 4 out of 5 since this series has started. I mean, the
Mhm.
good news, you guys get a lot of attention from when you lose. There's a lot of more pressure maybe in this game than what it is. You talk about the rivalry and, you know, how you feel about it as it's kind of going on here.
Well, you know, we don't get this. We got a room full today. I mean, it's been talked about all week. I've been on every radio show, you know, newspapers. I mean, it's great for both programs. To see Callahan, there's no better place to play a college basketball game with people in there. So I love the experience that our guys are getting with it and the exposure. They deserve that, the way both teams have, have played. And you got two good basketball teams. I think everyone saw that today. And that's what it's about, growing the game here in the community, in the Detroit area. And it's a conference game, you know. So, you know, in a conference, you know, every game is important. You know, at the mid-major level, what we're playing for. I mean, everyone wants that prize, to have that goal of trying to get into the NCAA tournament, and that's what this process is during the regular season. So that's good. I mean, if you look at the meetings, I mean, has it been one? You know, we played a great game against them in here last year, but I mean, it's 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 points in the games. I mean, the contest. So I think that's good. They found a way to win them, and we haven't in the ones that we lost. But we were in position to win every one of them.
Coach, what do you think today about the performance and effort of Jaleel? It seemed like even against a big body like Gibson, he was more or less able to get to the spots he wanted, even if he wasn't.
He's I tell you what, he's just a sophomore, and he knows his game, and he a lot of guys don't want to play in the paint. That's what he wants to do. He wants to get in the paint. He established himself in practice. He had good practices this week, and his teammates have a lot of confidence in him, and he was relentless throughout the game. We went to him. We tried to establish him, in the low post, and I thought that really helped dictate the pace that we wanted, and it opened it up for everyone else.
Coach, it seems like, especially against Oakland, CB's played a little bit more. Are you just really comfortable with his matchup with Felder? Or?
I think what he's done, he's having, like Anton, these guys are having good senior years. And down the stretch in the non-conference, we put Carlton in a lot on the ball, and he's been one of our better and on-the-ball consistent defenders. And so that's why we called on him. And he's an attack guy, so he's going to, attack the basket. That helps us.